Hey everybody, welcome to Mammoth Interactive's YouTube channel. First of all, I want to thank you for watching this video. And remember that this channel doesn't do Patreon. Instead, we sell our digital courses down below. And every single dollar that we get from the products you buy below goes into making more content. The best way to help out this channel and Mammoth Interactive is to subscribe to Mammoth Interactive's huge library of content. Get thousands of hours and hundreds of courses for a low price down below. We have a monthly option and a yearly option. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the video.
Hey everybody, let's learn how to make a travel ad here. So let's take a look at the Aurora Borealis. If you don't know what that is, it's these beautiful lights that come up in the sky here. Now I've gone to Pixabay and you can pick any one of these here, but I think that this is a nice one. I think it's really good. Not only do we have the blue, but we also have the orange here, which is the opposite of blue in the color wheel, and that it tends to pop out a bit more. So I think this is a very good example of contrast. So again, opposites on the color wheel tend to make one pop. So I've opened this up here, and one thing we can do is we can simply just add in some text. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer here, and I'm going to pick some text here. And we can do this here. Now, adding in some bold text might not be the best thing. So what we want to do is we want to pick more of a thin text, okay? And there's lots of kinds of text here. But you know, if we were to do maybe even Futura Light, that actually might be good. It's perfect. Okay, so let's say we'll say escape to Canada. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to transform and scale that. Escape to Canada. Okay, and the question is, do you want it here? Do you want it here? And I think, you know, you can even put it down here if you want. But this is looking pretty good. Or I'll say escape to Canada. And then it looks like here I can just simply drop this down. Let's hop into this. And you can see that this is light italic. So if we go back to the Futura here, and if we just type in Futura, if we do, you know, perhaps the light italic here is probably good. And then, you know, you can do the condensed here, but I'm just going to do the italic here, but I'm also going to drag this down to maybe about 80, maybe even a little more, maybe more like 60. Okay, escape to Canada, and then we need to kind of just put this somewhere here, and we'll say something along the lines of and another thing that both of these don't have is that these are not left justified. And if you are using the left justified, then you should absolutely make sure that this is indeed left justified. So see the Northern Lights. See the Northern Lights today. Okay, and you know, generally the subtitle here, you know, is supposed to be a subtitle, so it's supposed to not, you know, it's supposed to not be as much here. So I think that's probably something like that. All right, and then we just move it over, make sure everything is working, and I think that looks pretty good. And you can also select both of these, kind of move them around here. Now the question is again, where do you want it? Here, here, you know. Here is not a bad idea, but you know what? If you put it up at the top, that doesn't look good. You put it down here, somewhere more like this, I think that actually looks pretty good. And it's very simple, right? Now the last thing is that we did technically use an we did not use an OffWhite, so it looks like it was OffWhite, but I'm going to actually make this, there's a couple things we can do. We can either kind of make it that color, or even more of a lighter color if we want to. But I think, you know, actually that actually doesn't look too bad. If we just kind of make it a little bit of a light blue, just a hint, just like that, right? Maybe a bit too light somewhere there. Maybe down a bit, a little less saturated. Okay, there we go. So there we go. And then that way, you can see that both of these work as well. And I'm not going to make this 255. I'm going to make it 250 by 250 by 250. And that's going to give it an off-white. And believe it or not, that little bit of difference does actually make it work. If you really want to, you can really experiment to see what it looks like if you do kind of some of the orange in here, or these kind of whites in here. I don't think that looks good at all. I'm going to undo that. Right? I think the blue accentuates it in such a very good way. All right, and there you go. And that is a very simple way to make a promotional image for perhaps a tourist image here. Right? Very easy, very simple. I'll see you in the next tutorial.